Yo, what's going on? Chavo Guerrero Jr. here, giving a big shout out to Wrestling Rehab. Keep watching, keep listening, and Viva la Raza.
Órale. All right, man. Wrestling Rehab. Here we are, the final stop before WrestleMania. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let me go ahead and bring in my boy from South Central Los Angeles, one Mr. Big Bird.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Big Bird, let me ask you this first, dog. Let me ask you this first, man. Okay. Are you excited? I don't know if it's just me, but I haven't heard many people like excited. Like the Royal Rumble is that's the kickoff to the road to WrestleMania. This year, so far since the Rumble, I haven't heard anybody really talking about wrestling like that. I haven't heard, and anybody and everybody that is like extremely into wrestling, they've kind of been saying kind of the same thing. How are you dealing with the road to WrestleMania? Does it feel like it's the road to WrestleMania? Is there a little bit of lackluster going on with the storylines? How does Big Bird feel?
Well, to be honest, I think they could have done a better job because I feel like they having all this PLEs like stacked up. Like we wait every 2 weeks, and I don't think they have chance to basically build up a story. To like the road to WrestleMania. Like I was watching the Royal Rumble when it was the Royal Rumble, and at the beginning I was happy, but then it didn't feel like the road to WrestleMania, if you will, like this elimination
Mm.
chamber. Yeah, of course I'm gonna watch it today. Like regardless, I'm a big wrestling fan, and I'm gonna watch it today for sure. But man, how can I answer this? Like I'm maybe 50-50. Like I'm excited
Uh-huh.
but not excited. I don't know if that makes sense because
Okay.
it doesn't really feel like it's a road to WrestleMania. But hey, anything could change after tonight, and then we still probably have like a month after, and
Right.
hopefully they work something like out and make it feel like we are going to WrestleMania. WrestleMania is gonna be big and stuff.
Okay. Okay. So listen, for everybody, I'm gonna tell you guys this. Last year's Elimination Chamber, that's when John Cena turned heel. The thing is that last year's WrestleMania, this is not the 1 year anniversary. Actually, next weekend will be the 1 year anniversary that John Cena turned heel. And we will talk about that. We will go live next weekend to talk about the last run of John Cena and just John Cena's career as a whole, right? But the heel turn, the heel run, him going back babyface, his final match, we will get in deep down with John Cena and all that. This to me, Big Bird, this tonight is the last chance. Well, I mean, you still got the Raws and the SmackDowns, man. But as far as PLEs, this is the last one, Big Bird, to really make me excited. I thought the Rumble was pretty good. I thought it was all right. I didn't like the fact that it was in prime time for us over here because it was in Saudi Arabia, things of that nature. That was kind of off. I wasn't able to watch it live for that reason. Maybe that has something to do with it, but the storylines at the same time, I don't know, man. There's not a lot going on, there's no OGs really coming back. The Rock, which I'm kind of glad. I don't want him to ruin anything else. I want him to hype something else and then ruin it. But there's not a lot going on like that. Outside of Roman Reigns and CM Punk, I'm kind of like, man, they got to do some work. But let's go ahead and let's get into the Elimination Chamber. In no particular order, we'll just go ahead. Okay, so there's 4 matches. So let's go ahead and let's get into them, Big Bird. So for the Women's Intercontinental Championship match, you have AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. Big Bird, how do you see this match going down, Big Dog? And are you excited for this match?
To be honest, well, I don't like Becky Lynch. I had said it before. And then AJ Lee, well, I wasn't into her like that when she was active. When was it, like maybe 10 years ago? I
Mhm.
mean, I got happy when she came back, don't get me wrong, but I'm not into her like that, and it's the fact that she be missing, like Raw and SmackDown, and then she comes back and I don't know, I think she still has like a little bit of ring rust, and I think Becky Lynch is gonna carry the whole match, and maybe it's gonna finish quick, like it'll probably last 2-3 minutes, and I know for a fact that AJ Lee is gonna win the title because they in Chicago, that's where the husband is from, and she lives there. But I'm not really into this match like that. Like, not really. How about yourself?
Okay. Okay. I was never a big AJ Lee fan. She was okay. I wasn't a big AJ Lee fan. Still, to me, you know, she's still not, or I'm still not that big into her. Becky Lynch, it's no secret. I've been on record saying, like, to me, she's overrated. She's a good wrestler, but I just never really understood the huge hype to Becky Lynch. Like, dog, like people will talk about it like she's the greatest of all time. And I'm like, nah, man. I mean, she's all right. She's good.
Yeah, she's all right. She's all right.
Yeah, look, there's room for her on the roster. That's
Yeah.
cool, man. That's fine. That's freedom, man. I'm not saying get rid of her. I'm not saying she sucks, but dog, she's not, all this and that, man. That to me, I was just like, okay, she's okay, but man, people really loved her. And I'm like, all right, okay, then maybe there's something that I don't see. I don't know, man. But nonetheless, this match is basically just for the ones that love Becky and love AJ Lee. I was never really that big of a fan of either one of them. I don't hate either one of them. I just thought they're both kind of overrated. Okay, you know what they got away from, Big Bird, in this storyline? You know what they got away from? And I understand why they got away from it, because CM Punk has his own little thing going on, and we'll get to that in a second. But they got away from Becky Lynch slapping CM Punk and smacking him around and everything like that. And AJ Lee is coming to, defend the honor of her man, because CM Punk's not going to hit a chick, right? So here comes AJ Lee to whoop CM Punk, to whoop Becky Lynch's ass on behalf of CM Punk. But that's kind of forgotten about, because that happened what, last year, didn't it? That
Yeah,
happened.
I think it happened before the WrestlePalooza, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
that happened last year, man. Like, they got away from that. So this rivalry, I would have liked it had they continued it that way. But at the same time, do you really want CM Punk, being involved in that type of storyline when he's also got something going on with Finn Balor? So this match, look, in-ring performance, I don't think it's going to be that good. But because the star power, a lot of the WWE fans love these two ladies. You and I, we're just kind of like casual fans when it comes to them, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a decent match. It'll be a decent match. They're both well past their prime. Becky Lynch, I think she's going to be the one that has to carry this match more than AJ. And I see Becky Lynch winning, man.
Oh, Becky Lynch.
I see Becky Lynch winning. I see her cheating. I see her doing something. Let me ask you, Big Bird, is there a chance that anybody gets involved in this match? Because in the storyline, nobody else is really involved.
Nah, I don't think so. I was gonna say, what's her name, Maxine Dupree,
Maxine Dupree?
but nah, she's busy over there with Natalia. So with Natty, and
Natty,
no, I don't think so. But me, what I think, it's just gonna be like a regular match. Maybe a little bit of, like, maybe the referee's gonna be knocked down, and Becky's gonna cheat. It's gonna hit AJ Lee with something, and then they're gonna count, but the referee's gonna be down and stuff like that. But I think AJ Lee's gonna win because I noticed which I like. You know, I like the fact that I feel like WWE are really behind the women's tag title and
Mm.
the women's intercontinental title. I think those are the only two belts, and well, the main titles too. But which I like, you know. So I'm guessing that it has to change hands, you know, and like that, so they could keep it interesting, you know. But I don't think nobody's gonna interfere or nothing like that. How about
Yeah,
yourself?
yeah, we got new women tag team champs, which I thought that was a good move. I thought it was a good move. But and by the way, man, Nia Jax has lost some weight. Hey, she's looking nice, man. I just
Oh
want to throw
yeah, so,
that.
yeah, no, she's a beautiful woman, but you know, she was like a little bit overweight, you know, which I'm not talking smack or trash because you know I'm overweight too, but I mean, you know, like she losing weight, she's gonna weight look like you know like better, and a lot of people are gonna get behind her. She's a good looking woman, you know, she's really beautiful, you know, like I like
Yeah,
her face, you know.
no, look, I always said she's the most beautiful big woman, right? But
Yeah.
she's lost some weight. I don't want her to lose too much weight, man. Don't lose too much weight, girl. You know what I mean? But she's
Yeah.
looking nice, man. Anyway, um, is there any chance that
Okay.
Seth Rollins interferes in this match? You know, is there any
Um,
chance that that happens?
you know what? I'm hearing rumors that they want to make like the main title for WrestleMania a triple threat, you know, between like Roman and Seth Rollins and CM Punk.
Mhm.
So, hey man, that's a good question. Like, I want Seth to interfere, but I think he's still like injured, you know. Like, I mean, yeah, he could move and everything, but I don't think he could do much right now, you know, like run into the ring and stuff like that, you know. But I don't think he's gonna interfere.
What are you talking about, man? He's the masked man with the hoodie. Oh wait, that guy got revealed last night on the SmackDown.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
who was that? That was that wrestler without the chin? I forgot his name.
dog, that was such a letdown, Holmes. That was such a that goes to show that they just threw that story away. They
Oh
just threw that
yeah,
story away,
they messed
man.
that up. They messed it up, man.
I don't think they had any direction to go with this, so they just threw it away. They just said, "Let's just, security comes and gets them and stuff." I was like, "Good gosh, dog." Um, but I would like for Seth Rollins to get involved, but if he got involved, then how do you build the CM Punk versus Roman Reigns one-on-one for WrestleMania? A triple threat match? I think honestly, it's it's not terrible, but in my opinion, WrestleMania needs to be one-on-one with Roman Reigns and CM Punk.
Oh,
It,
definitely.
you do anything else with that match, it's gonna downgrade it some more than others, right? If
Yeah.
we'll get into the Finn Balor thing in a second, but let's just say they throw Finn Balor for the triple threat match at WrestleMania, that will ruin the match. You throw in Seth Rollins, it still brings it a few steps down, not as down as Finn Balor, but in reality, you gotta have it just leave it one-on-one, CM Punk and Roman Reigns. So nah, I don't think he gets involved. I do believe, or you know what? If he does get involved, probably just distraction. He doesn't need to lay a hand on AJ Lee. He just needs to come and distract. He could just come distract the referee. He could just come and do something like that. I do. Nonetheless, here's the thing. I do believe Becky Lynch wins tonight. I think she cheats. If Seth Rollins comes out, I think he interferes. He doesn't need to lay a hand on AJ Lee. He could just distract the referee like what Paul Heyman did. He could just do something like that, but I do think Becky Lynch wins the match and walks out with their Intercontinental champion. So how are you calling this match, Big Bird?
I feel like AJ Lee is gonna win. You know, like tonight the title's
Okay.
gonna change hand because they in
Okay.
Chicago, so they want that big pop, you know, from the audience and you know the city. So I think AJ Lee's gonna win. Like no interference, and just gonna be like a one on one, and maybe the referee might get knocked down and a little bit of cheating, but not much, and the referee will wake up and stuff, and AJ Lee is gonna hit Becky Lynch with the finisher and just pin her 1, 2, 3, and that's it. We got a new champion.
Hey, homie, she's from Ireland, dog. She's not from Chicago, Big Bird.
No, I'm talking about AJ Lee.
Oh, AJ Lee. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay,
I mean, she's not from Chicago, but she's married
yeah,
to CM Punk. And
all right, she's married. But okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's get to that match. Let's get to that match, and that's why I'm taking this into consideration. Let's get to the next match, which is CM Punk versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. The reason why I think Becky Lynch, or one of the reasons why I think Becky Lynch is going to remain champion, is because they're going to get their big pop. Because there is no way in hell that CM Punk is losing this match tonight, Big Bird. How say you?
Oh no, he's not gonna lose this match because well, you know, he's from Chicago,
Right.
and then another thing is like you know, it's funny that I was questioning like who will be a good match for CM Punk at WrestleMania. And then, you know, when Roman won the Rumble, I was like, oh man, like I don't want to see this, you know. But as soon as they had that little promo like at Raw,
Mhm.
oh damn, like I could see it now, like wow, this is like top like caliber, like a match, you know, like a WrestleMania match that you want to watch, you know, just one on one and stuff like that. So I don't think CM Punk's gonna lose. He's gonna win for sure, you know.
Okay, it's no secret, man. I've never been a fan of CM Punk. Never. I thought
Oh,
he was completely overrated and everything. But I will say this.
Yeah.
This last run that he's been having, I am interested in his. I'm not becoming like a huge fan of CM Punk or anything, but just the way everybody's behind him.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. That promo, them being in the ring with each other. I mean, Roman Reigns right away with the snap of a finger, he chose CM Punk. It was the what on Raw, the very next Raw, right? He showed up
Yeah.
to Raw and said, "I'm picking you," right? It was
Yeah.
Liv Morgan that took her time, but that moment right there, Big Bird, I was like, that's your night 2 main event right there. That's night 2 main event, and you got to leave the match alone. Don't throw a triple threat match. Don't put anybody else in there. Don't do anything like that. You got to leave this match alone. And I don't want to see these guys lay a single finger on each other. From there all the way to WrestleMania, I don't want to see them throw a punch to each other. Just no pushing each other, nothing. Don't lay a single finger on each other. Talk smack to each other. Stare each other down. You know, talk all the masa you want, but don't lay a single hand on one another, man. Just let this match build up. I'm excited for that match. But when it comes to Finn Balor, there was talks about probably him or rumors that maybe, you know, the Judgment Day, which in reality, Big Bird, I don't know, dog. Is the Judgment Day still really a thing? To me, it's kind of lost its luster. I even kind of forget that they're a faction. I just kind of look at Dirty Dom and his little Huerita and Liv Morgan. They seem like they're their own thing. You know, I don't know, dog. I mean, is the Judgment Day still a thing? Because Finn Balor technically still is with the Judgment Day. Is there anything with the Judgment Day? I'm sure they're gonna get involved tonight, dog. What do you see them getting involved in?
Yeah, I think they might probably not get involved in the match, but maybe after the match they'll probably come by and then they'll probably be like, hey, it's okay, you know, they'll pick up Finn Balor after he loses and then they're gonna betray him, you know. I feel like tonight's gonna be the night they're gonna betray Finn Balor and then he's gonna become a face. And then but you know, I love the Judgment Day, you know, since they started. But I'm with you because it doesn't feel as soon as they started adding like Raquel and Roxanne, which don't get me wrong, like I love Roxanne and Liv, you know, they have like this good matchup, you know. They hopefully at some point they become like the tag team champions, you know.
Mm.
But once they started throwing in like Roxanne and Raquel, like that, like I feel like the Judgment Day, it feels only like Dom. He's like there with the females only, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not really doing too much with JD McDonough, which I don't know what he's doing anymore. I thought I was really looking for a great storyline because it seemed like when Liv Morgan was gone, it kind of seemed like they're leaning towards, hey, Roxanne's gonna start moving in on Dirty Dom, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
Liv comes back, and then there's gonna be a feud there, but they kind of just dropped that, and I was just like, damn, I was looking forward to that novella right there, homie. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
me too. Me too.
But I look. I'm sorry, not CM Punk. Finn Balor has said, "I want to do it on my own.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. Don't get involved." I think that's going to be the big story in this match, right? Because it's too predictable, Big Bird. It's too predictable. Nobody believes that Finn Balor is going to win this match. Nobody believes it. Okay. And by the way, dog, that would be the worst thing if Finn Balor becomes champion, man, going into WrestleMania. But I think what they can do is after the match is exactly what you said. Have the Judgment Day go out there. And by the way, maybe the Judgment Day tries to interfere. I'm going to put it like this. The Judgment Day is going to try to interfere, and it's actually going to backfire and cost Finn Balor the match, which Finn Balor is going to be pissed. CM Punk is going to go up the ramp celebrating, and then the Judgment Day turns on Finn Balor or something of that sort. But there's just no way that Finn Balor wins this match. He loses. I think the Judgment Day disobeys him. I think they make their way down to the ring, whether they cost him the match or not. But I think they make their way down to the ring. After the match, I'm with you. I think that's the big surprise here. They get in the ring and they turn on him the way they turned on Edge many years ago, right? When he got kicked out of the Judgment Day. But yeah, so we both got CM Punk on that one. I don't know anybody who's going to pick Finn Balor, but all right, let's move on to the next match. All right, so we got the 2 Elimination Chamber matches. All right, Big Bird. So we got in the women's chamber match, Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley versus Alexa Bliss versus Asuka versus Kiana James versus Raquel Rodriguez. Okay. By the way, that Kiana James, man, I'm becoming a fan of her, dog. Aesthetically,
Oh, she's good.
Yeah. I'm becoming more and more a fan of her. She always was just kind of like the right hand man, but nah, dog, I'm digging her now. All right, the winner of this match goes on to face Jade Cargill. Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah.
The winner of this match faces Jade Cargill. Now, Jade Cargill is a heel now. She's a heel.
Yeah.
So you got Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. Big Bird, talk to us, man.
Oh man, you know what? I'm not a big fan of Charlotte Flair, but I wish she could have been in this match so she could have faced on Jay like at WrestleMania. I think that would have been a good match. But I think it's gonna be a solid match. Sorry, a solid match, and I don't think people are gonna interfere like from the outside, you know.
Mhm.
But I think Rhea's gonna win. I think that's the reason they lost the tag titles. Yesterday, right?
Yeah. Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah, I think Rhea's gonna win for sure. That's what I think. I don't know. How about yourself? What you think about this match? You think people are gonna interfere or something's gonna happen?
Okay, I think the only one that can possibly interfere, first of all, it's a chamber match. So, right. So it's kind of hard for somebody to interfere. But
Yeah.
I think if somebody can find their way in there to somehow interfere, it's a chamber. So it's different. It would be Kairi Sane trying to help out Asuka. Because Asuka has her like this. Has her like that, has her like a little pond. Hey, jump, how high? You know what I mean? So she has her like this, man. So I think she'll be out there trying to either get in the chamber, waiting till somebody walks out of the chamber, and then she runs in the chamber, something like that, right? Trying to help out Asuka, maybe throwing in a Kindle stick for Asuka or something, because that's her little puppy right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tiffany Stratton, I know she's probably a favorite, but are you really going to have Stratton versus Jade Cargill again? Probably not. Alexa Bliss is a favorite as well. That's kind of an awkward match. I, unlike you, Big Bird, I am a big fan of Charlotte Flair, man. I love Charlotte Flair, dog, and it would have been good. And by the way, Big Bird, why have that moment? Was it 2 weeks ago? Why have that moment when Charlotte is coming to the ring? She crossed paths with Jade Cargill, and they're like face to face, and she does the whole woo in front of her face. Why have all that if it's not leading to anything?
Yeah, that's true.
I thought she was going to
Sometimes,
be in this match.
yeah, that's what I thought too. And I was thinking, like I say, I was thinking that maybe her and Jay at WrestleMania, which would have been a good match because they both tall and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Or maybe somebody gets attacked to like today. Maybe Alexa or something.
Yeah, I don't know because apparently there's still tag teams, Alexa and Charlotte. But yeah, when I saw that happen, I'm like, okay, she's in find her way into the elimination chamber some way somehow. But no, she's not in the match. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what was the point of that of them meeting each other like that. It seemed like some real bad blood. Kiana James, she's not going to win this match. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate people. Okay, Kiana James for sure. She's not winning this match. She's not. She's not. She's out there for some nice eye candy, though. So I hope she becomes a better wrestler because I like her because she's a beautiful chick, but I want her to become a better wrestler, man. Asuka's not winning this match, that's for sure. Alexa Bliss, honestly, nah, I don't think she's winning this match. Okay, so the three for me that is going to be between Big Bird is Tiffany Stratton, Raquel Rodriguez, and Rhea Ripley. Either one of those three, I think, will be a good matchup for Jade Cargill. Now, Tiffany Stratton, we've already seen it. So I don't think they're going to go down that route. So I'm going to eliminate Stratton. Rhea Ripley, I think, is the number one pick. Raquel Rodriguez, I know she's not over like that, but I think it would be somewhat of a good matchup right there, man. Shouts to Esa Benny out there in the box state of Colorado. Oh, he's a big fan of Raquel, huh? Gosh, dog, you're probably the only one, Holmes.
No, I have a friend in my wrestling group chat. Like he's
Yeah.
really obsessed with Raquel Rodriguez too.
Gosh, dog, that's all right, man. Hey, everybody go ahead and have at it, Holmes. You know what I mean? But when it comes to this match, I would like to see her against Jade Cargill. She's not over like that to be in a championship match at WrestleMania. So honestly, Big Bird, that leaves Rhea Ripley to me, dog. And the fact that they lost the tag team, just like you said, the fact that they lost the tag team titles, I mean, that's somewhat of an indicator. I'll be surprised if it's not Mommy. I'd be
Yeah,
huge.
yeah, I'll be surprised if she gets eliminated first. To be honest, but like I'm a big Rhea Ripley fan. I got the shirt right here. Like
Yeah. Yeah, Mommy. Yeah. Hey, that's a
But-
Benny out in Colorado. Now that's a sexy woman right there, man. Mommy. Yeah.
yeah, but it's obvious. Like that she's gonna win for sure because she lost the tag titles yesterday.
Okay, Big Bird. Okay. All right. So since this is an easy one for you and I, let's make it harder here.
Okay.
Let's say it can be anybody else except for Rhea Ripley. Which way would you go?
Oh man, that's a good one. If I gotta choose, I'll probably choose Tiffany. How about yourself?
Okay. I again, I
No, I
think
mean I'm with you. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, we don't want to see this match, but
right.
it's just I feel like they're pushing Tiffany. Like not a lot, but some. So I feel like she's gonna win.
Yeah,
If Rhea doesn't win.
yeah. Okay, so if they so if it's not Rhea, I think I think it hurts Tiffany, man. If you have her win, I think people will start going against her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, Liv is the real mommy. Well, I mean, she took Dirty Dom, so that's
Oh yeah, I love Liv. You know, I met her, ella, and I met
yeah,
Rhea in person. And they're really good people. You know, they're really nice.
yeah, man. I okay. If it's not, look, I would say Raquel Rodriguez. I would say that, but I'm not gonna say that. The only reason why I'm not gonna say that, honestly, she's not over like that, man. For her to be, I know it's not a main event,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna call it a main event because it's for the Women's World Championship. And by the way, we don't even know what night one's main event is yet, but because it's for the Women's Championship, I don't think she's there yet. She's that caliber. She's up there yet to but you know, who knows, man? They could go ahead and switch it. I mean, like you said, Big Bird, one of the biggest holy smokes moment can be if mommy is the first one to get eliminated. Because then everybody's like, what the heck? Now what?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
everybody's
we're
where
gonna
do
be
they go?
confused. You know.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, exactly. So I would say I think the safe bet would be Tiffany Stratton if it's not Rhea Ripley, because it's not going to be Asuka. It's not going to be Kiana James. Maybe
Oh,
Alexa. Maybe Alexa Bliss.
and
Maybe
you know what's the reason too that before I forget, you know the reason I choose Tiffany if just in case Rhea doesn't win, because you know the promo and the videos for Las Vegas. You know they in the
Oh
table
yeah.
they have like Charlotte and
Right.
Tiffany and
Right.
Rhea, but they don't have Alexa. Or they don't have Raquel. So like that gives it away
Mm,
too. That's what I think. I might be wrong, but that's what I think.
okay. Okay. Yeah, they do it for the dudes as well, man. It's just they're trying to build WrestleMania there again, man. And I don't know.
Sorry, I got a cough. I got a cough.
No, it's all good. Yeah, yeah. I maybe Alexa, but nonetheless, man, who do you think are the last two standing in the match?
I think the last ones are gonna be like if Rhea doesn't get eliminated first, I think it's gonna be Rhea and Tiffany.
Okay, that's pretty good right there. That's a good one. Who do you think is the first one to get eliminated?
Man, let me see. That's a good one. I think Alexa.
Okay. You think they do Kiana James like that and just get rid of her at first, or you still think
No,
it's
I don't think so. She'll probably be eliminated. Like as a matter of fact, she'll probably be like the third person. You know, at the end with Rhea and Tiffany.
that'd be good. Give her some ring
Give her a
time.
little push. You know.
Yeah. Who should be the first two to start it off?
Let me see. I think Raquel and Rhea.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. The last two, I think the only way to go with the last two is Rhea and Tiffany Stratton. I think those should be the last two right there. That's a good mega match to have. The first one that would go, I think is gonna be Kiana James, dog. I do.
Oh,
I hope not.
yeah.
I want them to give her a little bit more shine, a little bit more time. Um, you know what would be cool, dog? You know what would be cool? If the first two are the last two. So if Rhea and Tiffany Time are the first ones to start off the match and they're the last two standing, that's what I want to see.
Oh,
That
that'd be cool too.
Yeah, that's how I'm hoping it goes. Like it starts off with a bang, like, whoa, look at this. It's starting off with Tippy Time and Mommy, like, damn, dog, like the Omega match already. And then they go through all these other chicks, right?
Yeah.
And then the last two is Tiffy and Mommy. I think that would be the best way, dog. I think that'd be the best way. So that's what I'm hoping for. So All right, Big Bird. Let's get to the last match here for the men's elimination chamber. You got Randy Orton, the Viper. Randy Orton versus LA Knight, versus Cody Rhodes versus Javon Evans versus Trick Williams versus Logan Paul. It's not going to be main event Jey Uso, as we found out last night on SmackDown, man.
Oh man, they did him dirty.
All right. So, I mean, look, word was that it was supposed to be Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is injured. So Jey Uso had to win. I mean, if that was the case, man, who was the third guy in the ring? Was it a Grande Americano?
Oh yeah, El Grande Americano.
Have that dude. Yeah, you should just had him. You should just had him win and just have him in the elimination chamber. But nonetheless, Logan Paul he beats Jacob Fatu last night to advance. Which hey, I don't have a problem with it. I think Jake Paul's gonna do some crazy things in that chamber, dog. Yeah. That dude is a straight stunt man, and he's very athletic. I think he's gonna put on a really good match. So I'm not complaining about it. Okay, so it's important to know that the winner of this match is going to face Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre. Yeah. By the way, he was making his presence felt last night on SmackDown as well. The winner of this match is to face Drew McIntyre. Okay, Big Bird. Talk to us, man.
Let me ask you this real quick. You think they're gonna open the crate before this match or at the end of this match?
So the crate is set to open tonight, right? Yeah. And it's reminding me, and I talked about this earlier in the week, it's reminding me of the egg that was supposed to crack open, that hatched open at Survivor Series many years ago, and it was the Goblin Gobber. And I said, you know what? It was such a letdown back then, Big Bird. But imagine if the crate opens up and the Goblin Gobber comes out tonight. Dog, it would be great. It would be the greatest thing, dog. I would love it, huh?
And then watch The Undertaker come out and induct him in the Hall of Fame. Watch.
Oh, God. Oh, where's it at? Where's it at, dog? Now Big Bird's talking, Holmes. Now Big Bird's talking. Where do I have it at right here? Here we go. That's Big Bird. Dog, that would be gold, Holmes. That would be gold if the Goblin Gobber comes out. Nobody's gonna be upset because everybody gets it, right? Well, I mean, people that were around back then are gonna get it. And if Undertaker comes out and inducts it, oh, that's badass, dog. That is badass. Okay, so you know what? That's a good question, dog. Does that change anything for you, Big Bird, when they open up the crate or when they don't? I mean, do you think he's gonna be a wrestler? Some people are saying it's gonna be Y2J. I don't know if it's really going to be a wrestler. I'm not even really sure what to expect. I haven't really put too much thought into it. But what's your thoughts about the crate? It will open tonight. And does that change anything of what happens tonight?
Yeah, I think it's going to change what happened tonight. And then like the road to WrestleMania. I might be wrong, but I got 4 names like in mind. The first one is probably going to be the Rock, opens up and the final boss, and then wow, people are gonna get excited for WrestleMania, but maybe it's not gonna make sense tonight, like story moves, wise, but maybe like when the month, like the month going to WrestleMania, they'll probably build something up. Another person that I think is gonna be Chris Jericho. Somebody probably gets hurt, maybe Logan Paul or LA Knight, and he'll probably join like the match, Chris Jericho. And the third person I think is Vince, because there's rumor that he want to buy the WWE back. And then the last person that really makes sense, what's his name? He's like a vampire character. Dan Housing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense because his character is like a vampire, right? he gotta stay away from the light and the sun, and you know that's the reason I think the crate doesn't have holes, and he's in there in the darkness, you know. And I think the city of Chicago, he's not from Chicago, but the city of Chicago, they like behind him and they like him, and he's best friends with CM Punk in real life. So I feel like he's gonna make his debut, you know, and then probably he's gonna enter like the elimination chamber because, like I say, maybe somebody's gonna get hurt backstage or something. I don't know. It could be Logan Paul or LA Knight. I love LA Knight. Don't get me wrong. I want him to be in the match, but you know, Triple H. I don't know what's wrong. Why he don't like LA Knight? You know.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Let me go through the picks right here. Okay. So for one, I don't think it'll be The Rock. I think for dang sure it won't be The Rock. Well, okay, okay. If it's gonna be The Rock, I don't think he himself will be in the crate. I think maybe something of The Rock will be in there, a notice or something. I don't think
Oh,
The
wow.
Rock.
Hey,
I don't, I don't think he himself will be in there. It will be something of The Rock. Hey, he's in tonight or something, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Probably his bell or something, right?
Something like that. Yeah, yeah. Which actually will be pretty good, man. He could say, I'm here for Cody Rhodes' soul." Remember, he said he wanted Cody Rhodes' soul. So,
you know what? As a matter of fact, we'll probably Cody Rhodes turn heel tonight. You know,
oh
if it's
man,
something from The Rock, right?
Okay. We'll get to that match in a second, man. Okay, that's one thing. The Y2J. Okay, look. Here's the thing about Chris Jericho, man. Look, I like Chris Jericho. The dude's viejo, homie. Like like people are so excited. I get it. People want him to come back so he could retire at the WWE, which is cool. That's fine. But do I really want him in an Elimination Chamber match? No. He can have a few matches and then retire, but I don't know, man. I'm not that excited for Y2J anymore. So, the vampire dude, I think he'll be a little lackluster. I think some people will be like, "Oh, who's this dude?" You know.
That's true.
And who else did you say?
Vince, because he's trying to buy WWE back.
Dog.
Hey, imagine.
Dog. They should have the bumper of the wreckage of the car in there, man.
Somebody will be like, okay, before we open this crate, there's no chance in hell that we know what's in there or something like that, you know?
I don't think it's gonna be somebody. I think it's gonna be something, right? That pertains to somebody, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so going to the match, and the reason when you brought up The Rock, it made me think of something.
Yeah.
Like maybe The Rock's belt is in there or something of that sort. Because when it comes to this match, Big Bird, okay, so Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Logan Paul, right? Okay. Yeah. They continually keep pushing Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, which in my opinion, Big Bird, will be terrible. Dog, we've seen that match numerous of times. You're really going to put that at WrestleMania? So it's like, okay, so then how do you get out of this? Well, look, if The Rock does come back, I remember, was it last year or something like that they did talk about, hey, they're looking at The Rock versus Cody Rhodes. Obviously, we're not going to get The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Obviously, we're not going to get that, okay? Because Roman Reigns is going to be facing CM Punk. But if you get The Rock versus Cody Rhodes, okay, maybe there's something there. There's history there.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Cody Rhodes win the Elimination Chamber. I think it would be one of the worst things, honestly. I'd much rather see Logan Paul win it. I'd much rather see, Trick Williams and Javon Evans, they're not going to win this sucker, dog. I don't think they're going to win. Javon Evans is going to put on a good match. I will say that. He's going to put on a really, really, really good match. Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Look, man, Randy Orton is definitely a future Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. But no, dog, I don't want to see that. In all reality, Big Bird, in all reality, for this match, I'm going with my boy LA Knight.
Oh yeah, me too, man.
I'm going with LA Knight. And how do you take Cody away from this? Whatever's in that crate is aimed at Cody Rhodes. And you just brought up The Rock. I don't think The Rock himself is in there, but something with The Rock going after Cody is in there. His belt, his something that's going to be aimed at Cody Rhodes. That's going to divert that story. That is going to be like, oh, okay, something, Big Bird. But all right, so what's your thoughts about the match itself?
You know, now that you're talking about it, I feel like maybe at the end it's probably gonna be Cody and LA Knight, and maybe the lights were turned, like they'll turn off, and then you hear like the Rock's song, you know, like I mean entrance song, you know, if you smile, and then Cody gets distracted, and then maybe like a lightning hits the box, you know, like remember like the Undertaker back then,
Okay, yeah.
and then it'll open, and then it's probably like the Rock's bell or something, and then Cody gets distracted, and that's how he loses the match. You know, I think LA Knight's gonna hit him with the special. I forgot the name of it, and then pin him.
Blunt force
1, 2, 3.
trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, blunt force trauma. Okay, all right. Who's the first one to get eliminated?
I think Trick Williams gonna get eliminated. The first one.
That's my thought too. And you know what this is gonna do? I think there's a build up a WrestleMania match between Javon Evans and Trick Williams. I think
Oh, that'd be a good match.
that'd be a good match. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Javon Evans eliminates Trick Williams, and
Wow.
that turns Trick Williams to just beat the dog dudes at Javon Evans after he's been eliminated.
Yeah.
Like before Trick Williams gets up and leaves elimination the chamber, I think he just takes it to Evans, dog. Like just beats him like a dog, right? And then he leaves, and because Javon Evans is beat down, somebody pins Evans, and then he gets eliminated. Building a WrestleMania match between Trick Williams and Javon Evans. I think, but I'm with you. I think Trick Williams is the first one to go. Who and the last two standing, I think you mentioned it right there. I think it has to be Cody and LA Knight. I'm picking.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that Randy Orton wins this thing, Big Bird?
You know what? I like Randy Orton. You know, like you say, he's a future Hall of Famer.
Mm.
But I think he's giving chances to the new generation. So if it was like the old Randy Orton, for sure he would have been like, hey, I want to win it, or I want to be the last one, you know, with somebody else. But now I feel like he's more mature, more like, okay, you know, like I'll take the pin or whatever, you know. As a matter of fact, probably Logan Paul pins him, and maybe it's like a match for WrestleMania between them, you know.
Yeah,
Like maybe Logan hits him with like the gold brass knuckles and stuff like that, you know.
Yes. I think that is exactly what happens. I think he does hit Randy Orton with the brass knuckles, pins, eliminates Randy Orton. Randy Orton, before he leaves, hits him with the RKO out of nowhere. And then Cody Rhodes pins Logan Paul. 1, 2, 3. Logan Paul is out of there. And now that builds something between Randy Orton and Logan Paul, right? Moving forward. Maybe it happens at Mania. Maybe it happens at a Raw or SmackDown, whatever. And that leaves LA Knight and Cody Rhodes. I believe this is LA Knight's time. I do, man. I believe this is LA Knight's time. Drew McIntyre at a WrestleMania main event. It's not really that exciting, regardless of who you put in there with him. If Triple H doesn't like LA Knight, and then Paul Levesque, this is your time, man. Because Drew McIntyre, it's not like he's really selling out arenas. This is your time, Paul. If you to give a little bit to the fans, which the fans love LA Knight, but you don't like him.
Yeah.
Paul Levesque, this is your time then. this is your time to go ahead and give it to LA Knight, because it's not like he's gonna be taking it off of a Brock Lesnar, or he's taking the strap off of some Cody Rhodes or somebody huge like that. He's not taking it off of a CM Punk or Roman Reigns. No, he's gonna be taking it off of Drew McIntyre. This is Paul Levesque's time to give LA Knight his shine, which will probably be the one and only time he gets it. So this is Paul Levesque's time. I got LA Knight on this, and whatever's in that crate, I believe it's going to be aimed at Cody Rhodes, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that way, they had to pull the trigger tonight with that crate and the story, the storyline, like make it excited before they get to WrestleMania, because like I'm gonna go, for sure. Like I already got my ticket, I'm gonna be there. But I noticed that it's not selling a lot of tickets.
Right. Yeah.
So as soon as they set up something really, really good and exciting, then that's when people, hey, you know what? I want to go, and they start selling more tickets and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think tonight, I think Paul Levesque, Paul Triple H, Paul Hunter Hearst Helmsley Levesque. I think he's saying like, okay, you know what, guys, we got to make the move tonight. We got to, we're gonna sell WrestleMania tonight. We gotta make some big ripple effects here. So yeah, I think tonight's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good show, man. I do. I'm expecting a good show. Hey, let me ask you this, Big Bird, before we wrap it up. Are you down with the whole paywall? They put it on ESPN Unlimited. Like, are you down with that?
Nah, I'm not down with that, man. It's just like they should just stick to one app, like they should just create their own WWE app, and then just have SmackDown, Raw, all the pay-per-views. And as a matter of fact, to be honest, I don't care if I had to pay like 100 or 80 a month, which is beneficial because I get to see everything. I don't have to get this app and this other app and jump here, jump there, It's just like sometimes a headache, to be honest. I mean, it's easy. You go and, whatever, you click it or whatever, but sometimes people might be confused. Like, where do I have to go to watch Saturday night, event? Like,
Right.
Peacock?
Yeah. Saturday night's main event is on Peacock, but if you want to watch the PLEs, they're over here on ESPN Unlimited.
Yeah.
You know what? Bring back the WWE Network.
Oh,
Bring
definitely.
back the network. That was cool, man. And I think it was what, $9.99 a month. I get it with inflation. Today, maybe it'd be $25.99. That's cool, but as long as everything's there.
Oh yeah, and then like the old pay-per-views and the documentaries and everything. Like I said, like I don't care if I had to pay 100 a month, like because I'm a big wrestling fan. Till the wheels fall off. And it's like a strange relationship between me and WWE. Sometimes I hate it, sometimes I love it, sometimes I want to turn my back. But I like I try, but I can't. It's just I just love it. Like I don't care if this is the depression era. That's what they call it right now, depression era.
Yeah.
But I just I don't care, man. Like today I'm gonna watch the Elimination Chamber. I already got my ticket for WrestleMania 42 and the Raw. The next day, and it's just I always have hope. Hope, and I know that maybe they mess up sometimes, in story mode, and maybe they give the title to different people that doesn't make sense at all. But I know somehow, some way they are able to fix it. So that's why I never lose hope.
Yeah, look, when it comes to me, I'm gonna say this, man. I've been a wrestling fan, and I will continue to be a wrestling fan. It's just, man, I'll tell you, dog, for quite a while, and it probably started with the whole depression of just seeing the horrible John Cena heel run that he had, which we'll get into that next week, man. It's just I realize I'm not having as much of a good time keeping up and watching it. I'm like, I get on here and it's like, okay, let me talk a little bit about wrestling. And there's times where I'm like, I don't even feel like it, man. Cause I'm just, I don't know. I'm not getting really I'm not getting entertained. I'm not getting motivated. I'm not getting excited. I'm not getting like, I still watch. I still, but I'm not really like getting into it, as I was. So I hope they do a couple of things. I do believe Triple H has said it to himself. It's like, okay, you know what, man? Yeah, WrestleMania really isn't selling the way we want it to. We definitely got to wrap this sucker up tonight. So I'm expecting a good Elimination Chamber. I am. And I want to get back to it, man. I want to get, whenever I watch wrestling, I don't want to think about anything else. Nothing. All I want is the little kid in me to come alive and enjoy it. You know what I mean? And that hasn't been happening lately, dog. So hopefully tonight we get a little something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely tonight. Tonight everything's gonna change, and we're gonna go to sleep like a baby after.
All right, Big Bird. Hey, Big Dog. Gracias so much, man.
Thank you,
for
man. I appreciate it for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, enjoy Elimination Chamber, and hope to see you next week, guys. Because we definitely got to talk about John Cena, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be here for sure. Gracias.
And remember, never quit unless it's your last match.
Yeah, never tap out like this.
All right, man. You guys enjoy Elimination Chamber. We'll catch you guys on next one.